Welcome back, folks, to my Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, the Complete Edition Nintendo Switch. When we last left off, we ended up jumping down the pit. We're in some type of... No, I didn't want to do that. We're in some type... Why are you doing that? There we go. We're in some type of ruin, and we're trying to explore and find out what to do next. So, let's hop to it, shall we? Okay, I opened this, right? Yes, I did. Alright, we've explored all here, it looks like. Also, I want to thank everyone who's subscribed. We're at 55 subscribers as of this recording. So I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing and enjoying my videos. It makes me quite happy, and we've come a long way. We're almost at a year now since we started this. So that's quite a bit for a year, I think. I mean, even if it isn't, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like I'm doing this for a living. This is a hobby and just something for fun. Oh. Okay, you. Hopefully there's not a lot of them. Alright, one's down. Alright, this should not prove to be too much of a problem. Or maybe Alright, we got two left, it looks like. Our wizard got hurt. There we go. I think we can continue for now. I don't want to keep wasting our camping supplies yet, because we might need it when we get further down. The pillar tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through it. Interesting. Anything here? No. Looks like there's a path over here, so we will check over here. We discovered Soul Guardian Pillar. Oh, it's one of these guys. The Adra Admit. A lot of shit. Okay, this we're gonna have to actually issue commands. Alright, we can't do level that. We can do a fireball right here.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Okay. You are going to sworn enemy on him.
This isn't working.
Can't get a good shot.
Oh shoot. We might not survive this. We might have to flee. Let's do Crackling Bolt. Over there. And go.
No use.
Alright, these guys are hard because regular weapons are not working. Ray of Fire. Let's do another fireball right. It's gonna hit some of our people, but we gotta risk it. These guys are not getting hurt bad. We're gonna be wasting all of our spells at this point. Rolling Flame. Ugh, I really don't want to do this, but we got to. Okay, we're doing decent so far. Let's have you lay on hands on yourself. Alright, one's down. Alright, another one's down. Let's get this little guy out of the way. Come on, get him. Alright, this guy. We wasted a lot of spells. Alright, he's gone. Now it's just one left. Our people are quite hurt. And there they go. Is it even worth taking? Nah, it's not worth taking. We are going to rest now. Yes. So, okay, we are all healed up. Now let's explore the room. Alright. Hopefully it's not a trap. Oh, it's locked.
I'll have it in note. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, we don't have enough mechanical stuff to be able to do that. We're not able to lockpick that, so we will carry on then. What is this? I don't think we want to go there yet. We want to explore all there is first. So let's go on. We'll go there later. Is it just a door or does it take us somewhere else? I think it's just a door. Okay, it's just a door. I thought it was like entrance to somewhere else. Okay, we found another soul Audra. Ooh, I think this is where we're supposed to go. Avora. A column of Hydra raises above you, stoic and silent. Its rigged layers a measuring stick for the passage of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in the core a dim flickering flame, all but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravage of the elements. As you approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layer separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. The glow seems to fade, as though you had just adjusted to its intensity, and where it was. Ivora steeps into existence, an ectolic save hovering above the moist prison floor. Though ageless, she appears somewhat different to you now. A slight slope to her courage, perhaps of a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy, where flames once lapped, unhealed even in death. So, my love returns to me at long last. She looks you over. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that brought you here? I'm here to free you. A gallant gesture if a bit misguided, and yet I suspect there is more to this than you have said. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with thaos, the energy of this place, changing when he is near. I do not know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice. Thaos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wodka and to blame Adamancy for the damage he's caused. She shakes her head. After all this time, he would still stand against the tide. You knew me when Thaos did. There's something I need to know about that time. Avora nods. I will tell you what I remember. There is something about that lifeline my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, the Inquisition, of Thaos. I can see his influence still hangs like a weight above your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider what I was teaching may have been true. And what was that? Avora's mouth tightens and her brow furrows, a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak. She sighs. That the gods aren't real. Pellegrina throws her head back and laughs gleefully. Of course not! This all makes sense now. Arloth gives a bitter, dry laugh. I dreaded the idea from the moment the delegate suggested it, and yet it almost feels like a relief. She is not serious. Kana gazes Avora, expressions unreadable. But that's not true would come far. That even the gods are false? Sigourney narrows her eyes. That doesn't seem possible. What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something entirely, something created by people. Who created the gods and what for? They were conceived by Inuit, a society of high minds and broad concerns, thaos people. In their times, every people worshipped his own gods. Sometimes they wave over it. After a few wars of their own, the Ethiopians sought to end it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators. Generation after generation, they prodded and worked, the stitching of the world, unlocking its secrets. One day they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found, or there ever were. They were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over the world without consequences? But they had mastered many things in pursuit of these answers, and within their mastery they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corner of the world to spread their faith. This is why you started your own faith? I never thought of it as a faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see, let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same, and it was worth living for. I began to question the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine. How did you discover this? The Itherwind missionaries all knew it. They never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end they would allow their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at the temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. The voices carried. I heard, enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there. They they said it be. Later on, I left the order. A few Itherwinds found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. Is it true what you taught? You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be of any proof. It may be certain to your soul craves resolution, but if you're bound for the same place thou directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did. Everyone's faiths this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask, what if? And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own. Ivora scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen. She looks to Elder. What if all the tragedy, all the persecutions came in defense of an impostor? That can't be right. Ethos, he's done miracles for people. The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not. Her eyes settle on Orloth. What if you had always been alone without guidance? Arloff folds his hands behind his back, furrowing his brow. Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I am free of them. The freedom has always been. It was guidance that was an illusion. She looks at Kana Runa. If all our common threads are spun from a lie, what's left to bind us together? I don't know. I've never found the answers I sought. But after all that we've seen, I think it's the gods are not enough. Perhaps the threads are unraveling. The lie is too old. I think maybe we're all meant to be divided. Every effort, every search for a single truth will end in failure because there's no single truth. Kana looks away. We seek simple answers where there are none. The thread has spun from falsehood, tends to unravel on their own, my friend. For this is our nature to seek truth. Her gaze shifts to Sagani. What if our burdens come to us not because they are meant to, but because they happen to be? Sagani's face is rigid and sober. We fulfill them anyways, because they still matter to the people around us, even if we know better. She considers Palagina. What if even mastery over all things cannot be answered the most basic of questions? I have stopped asking those questions long ago. It is enough to care for those we love and with the same time we have in this life. You feel the weight of Ivana's truculent gaze upon your soul. What if we can be a serve of nothing? This is a tough question. Then all we can do is endure. Doesn't that seem like they gave us much choice in the matter? The wheel would seem to grant us little choice in the matter, yet surely we are capable of more than merely endurance. Surely when the truth is laid bare to all, this suffering can truly be overcome. Avora sees something in your expression in Siv's tone. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show you why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies the truth and beauty not even a god could conceive. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it? I don't think it makes much difference either way. I often wonder that myself. If things had gone differently, if the world had been taking my faith instead of the Itherwind's faith, would it truly be what I've envisioned? I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I found peace within my failures and within my punishment. I am no longer cursed fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not put to rest until I know, until I understand. For the first time, hints of doubt trace her sincere visage. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you learned the truth. Do you remember? She asked. The memory sparked into your mind immediately as you thought it just happened. I will say, because she is a paladin, I will say, she says, your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. Avora looks downward, her eyes glassy. I never wanted that. I hoped that what I taught you would replace your beliefs with something that made you stronger. For many it did, but not all it seems. She shakes her head slowly, absently, in search for an answer that never came. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. That seems a harsh connection to draw. Of all that I loved you for, it was your righteousness, most of all. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who? You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything. True or not, there'll always be dissent. I expected dissent, but I needed to know the true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's action. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing that what you told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wish to know, nor will an eternity of silence contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions. That will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made? I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish you forgiveness. I have always forgiven you. Though I did not know your reason, I knew you. I knew we had something wonderful once. Looking back at that has helped me through these many years. Ragi was granted steps to the wheel. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish, but now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on the matter. You have put it behind you. It is with thaos that your agony lies. In sun and shadow, your questions are not for me, but for him, and it may be that only an answer from the mouth of thaos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet, if there's anything I can tell you to be of use, ask and you shall know. How can I get thaos to tell me what I need to know? You will not find a more resolute being on all of Arrow. There is no offer you can make, no spell you can cast, nor pain you can inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him. Why has thaos done all this? He cares only for the secrets he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That is why he always favored Wodika. It isn't her love of promise or justice, it's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what's necessary. To thaos, she is not a deity, but an ally in which to conspire. When her power waxes, so she does as she pleases within the realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If thaos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Wodika was vanquished once when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this in fruition, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in the realm as well as ours. How is it you speak, Adrian? I speak no language now but the wordless expression of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and form them as my own. Are you bound here until the end of time? In a manner of speaking, this is Berneth and Enmond, the court of the Pentious. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg for forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The sprite of Wodika is eternal. They linger above at the site of the old court, and they are not permitted to leave the island forever, severed from the cycle. This prison was full once, in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, and even will. I am the only tenant who remains. Yet I feel their presence strongly now, as if it was the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for judgment of thaos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then? The other gods aid me because they want thaos destroyed. I owe them no debt. They aid you because they would bend you to their own purpose. Edwith built gods from ideals, and the ideal of its own grotesque and vicious things. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have beseech you like a channel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end. Why don't you repent? You can be free of this place. She gives a faint smile. Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I have made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty. Even without the chorus of the gods to tell me that I have been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and a spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are. It's time for me to go. Avoranad, Thaos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again. The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them and help me strike the final blow against Thaos. If I repent, all I have done meant nothing. Then I will waste no more time. Farewell, Laura. I am grateful you came and found me here. No matter the circumstances, you are not exactly who you once were. I have to remain myself, but seeing you one last time and remembering what we shared, and brief as it was better than anything I dared hope in this place. If we ever meet again in this life or another, I hope to find you at peace. Well then, we will call it here, folks, because this went on longer than normal. As always, if you're new here and you got to the end, thank you. Hit the thumbs up if you like, thumbs down if it doesn't like, comment. Hit the bell thing so it rings, and I'll see you next time. Hop you later.